Okay, hold on one second. We've got a couple people texting me. Okay. So here we are. Looks like we got a couple of new people tonight. Happy to have you. Just to let you know the format, we do a little bit of an open microphone at the beginning for people to share something related, and I'll kind of set up what we'd like you to share. And just to give you the overall of what tonight is, in general, we do a mindful meditation, which is usually a little bit of a talk. And then it kind of sets up what we're going to meditate on. And then I kind of guide you through relaxing and then whatever the theme of the meditation is for the week. So this originally started about 5-6 weeks ago at the beginning of this crazy virus thing. And people were asking me, can I do something to help people? And I figured this is my way of giving back to the world. And I feel very blessed to have talents and skills and abilities, and I do my best to share those and to help you. So that's really what this is about. This is for you. This is not for me. I love doing this. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love doing this. This is where I shine in presenting and teaching, in sharing with you skills and abilities to put you at what I call being at choice. Right? So everything that we do in this whole series is designed to help you to create the circumstances of your life. So along those lines tonight, right? How many people would love to go on a vacation, but I don't know about you guys, but living in New York, I don't even think I can leave the state by car if I wanted to, yet alone travel somewhere. I'm lucky that I feel blessed that I was able to go to the grocery store yesterday. That was my big adventure, to get food for a couple of weeks. So, you know, I started thinking like maybe people are getting a little homebound. They're getting, a little antsy. The weather starts to get nice, but not so nice. But I have a program that I used to do a lot more years ago, and I would offer it to people in the corporate world that just, I found with vacations, people either have the money to take a vacation or they have the time to take the vacation. But very rarely in most people's lives, do they have the time and the money to take a vacation, and to take not just a vacation, but what I'm talking about is your dream vacation. So like one of the first people that I did this with, she had a title insurance company and she was very busy, but she just needed a break. She couldn't get away. And I asked her to describe her dream vacation, and it wound up being a foundation for a lot of other people's dream vacation. So she's like, it was summer in New York, and she's like, okay, I'd love to go skiing in Chile, right? Because it's winter there while it's summer here. So she could take a hot summer day here and then go down to Chile and go skiing for a week in some really nice resorts down there where you could ski. And then from there, she wanted to go to Europe and tour Europe for a week and see some of the major cities that she always dreamed of visiting. But then she figured after all that active vacation, she needed more of a vacation. So she rounded it off with a week in Hawaii, right? So what could be better than that? 1 week skiing in Chile, 1 week touring Europe and all the famous sites and cities, and then another week just chilling on the beach in Hawaii and unwinding, and then coming home with this wonderful feeling of having taken a 3-week vacation, 3 weeks off from life, 3 weeks off from work, 3 weeks off from what people would consider quote unquote reality. And
Welcome to Home Depot Credit Services. This call may be monitored or
from the time that she left until the time that she got back home was not 3 weeks. It was actually about 45 or 50 minutes from the time she started her adventure. But here's the thing. what she got from it was the feeling of being on a 3-week vacation. Now, anyone who's ever taken a week vacation knows that feeling. If you've ever had the pleasure of taking a 2-week vacation, you know that feeling. But very few people do I meet take 3-week vacations. And when you do, it brings about a very definite feeling for you. So even if you've never experienced it, you can imagine just by compounding the effect. You know, when you take a 1-week vacation, it kind of gives you a feeling. When you take a 2-week vacation, it's a little bit more than double that feeling. But when you take a 3-week vacation, it's like 10 times the feeling of a 1-week vacation. It grows exponentially. So what I'm going to do, I muted everybody just for a minute because there are people coming in that were getting a little bit of background noise. So I'm setting this up for you to start thinking about your ideal dream vacation, not just a dream vacation, not just a vacation, obviously, but your ideal dream vacation where you have the ability to go anywhere. And I'm talking about anywhere. I mean, it's not even bound to the planet Earth. If you want to travel into space on a vacation, you know, with Richard Branson or something like that, you know, you can imagine this vacation any way you want it to be. It could be whatever is going to bring about for you that good vacation feeling of being able to have an experience that you can capture. So at the end of the experience, you're going to be able to capture it in such a way that, well, let's put it this way. I'm sure most of you have gone away on a week vacation and you come home and you're feeling great that first day back. You almost don't even want to come back. You need a vacation before you actually come back from vacation. But even at that, you come back, you feel good, you feel refreshed, you feel re-energized, you feel remotivated to do all that stuff that you need to do again. Okay, but how long does that last, right? Because it was all locked in with the experience of being away. You know, some of you might like to go to a tropical island. Some of you might like to go someplace where it's, you know, winter sports, some people might go to places where it's, you know, interesting in learning and culture. And some people might like to just go on vacation where you visit friends or family or, you know, whatever it is, whatever type of vacation you like. When you're there, you're feeling it. When you come home, that feeling kind of dissipates a little bit, and very often it dissipates way too quickly. So what we're going to do here tonight is we're going to give you better than a real vacation. You're going to create for yourself, with my guidance, a virtual vacation, a virtual dream ideal vacation that can include multiple various destinations or just one destination for yourself, whatever would be the best vacation for you. It could be someplace you've been to, someplace you've never been to. But if you can imagine it, you can go there. And I'm going to guide you through this process of going there. But here's the cool part of it. When we're all done, and you have that feeling of having been on this wonderful, wonderful vacation, we're going to lock it in for you in such a way that you can have a trigger word or a trigger thought or touching your ear or, you know, putting your hands up in the air or whatever gesture you want or feeling that you want or place in your body you want to feel it or thought in your mind or taste or smell or combination of all the above, a word that you relate to this wonderful vacation experience. And then when you're having a rough day at work, you could pull your ear or say that word to yourself or feel that part or touch that part of your body or put your hands up in the air or whatever that trigger is and bring yourself back to that wonderful feeling of being on vacation. Only you don't have to leave. You could do it, you know, while sitting at your desk. You could do it while sitting in your car. You could do it probably not while driving, but, you know, other than driving, you could do it anywhere you want, at any time you want. Bring back that good feeling. You might bring it back for a second in time. You might bring it for hours on end. You might bring it up before you go to sleep and have wonderful dreams about vacations. And then, funny enough, if it's someplace you've never been, you'll start to manifest these thoughts and bring it into reality. So when we are able to travel the world again, Maybe it'll be one of your first real destinations to go to. And you'll have already like pre-played it in your mind. I like Dr. Dennis Waitley does this thing called instant pre-play. It's one of my favorite things to do. You know, people come to me and they say, oh, you do hypnosis. Do you do past life regression? And I'm like, no, I don't do past life regression. What's behind me is not important. What I do is future life progression. Where do you want to be? Why would you want to go back into your past? Well, most people want to go back into their past to resolve an issue. Why do they want to resolve that issue? So that they could be okay now. Why do they want to be okay now? So that they could start living their life free and in control of themselves and the world around them to the best that they can create the circumstances of your life. So I just go straight forward and start from here to the future and do future life progression. So where are you at and where do you want to be and what's it going to take for you to get there? So my philosophy as Mark, the personal mind trainer, is relax, envision, and succeed. So this group that you're here being a part of tonight, listening to the sound of my voice, participating in this as best you can, and I hope you will full on because this is for you. This is the first part. This is about relax. Okay, because think about the good decisions you've made in your life. Did you make them when you were stressed, when you were anxious, when you were reactive to the world around you? No, when you were calm, when you were relaxed, when you were centered, when you were mindful, when you were present in the moment, that's when you make the best possible decisions for what you want for your life, right? So we're going to start off with a nice, wonderful, relaxing vacation experience, okay? And then the next steps down the road will be for you to envision what it is that you do want your future to be. And then most importantly, as the personal mind trainer, what I do for people is I coach them to take action. So I work with people in their personal life. I work with people in their business life. I work with people in combination of their personal and business life because they're interactive. And most people that have their own business or that work even as a job, you know, why do you do that? Because you want to make money, because you want to live a certain lifestyle, because there are things in life that you want. So career or business, finances, your personal life, your relationships, your fun and recreation, where you live is all highly interrelated. And when I work with people, I work on all levels. So first part starts with relax, clearing that chatter in your mind. And if you're saying, what chatter in my mind? It's that voice that just said, what chatter in my mind, right? So, and then the next part is to envision clearly what you do want. So I use hypnosis to help you to clear that chatter in your mind. I use a tool called neuro-linguistic programming to help you to envision what it is that you do want. So a lot of people have heard of Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins. I just did a training with him and Dean Graziosi on being a knowledge broker. So that's really where a lot of this class comes about. Is I've got tons of information that I've learned over the years, and I just want to share it and help you to be more resourceful, to be more resilient. Last week's class was all about being resilient, right? So, you know, it's not about having the resources, it's about applying the resources in a way that you can use them resourcefully so that no matter what life throws at you, you can handle it. And what better tool to have in your back pocket than this wonderful feeling of having been on a 3-week vacation, and then you can take that feeling, that state, that wonderful experience, and be able to play it forward into your future so that no matter what comes up, no matter what life throws at you, you can experience it full on in the most joyful, pleasurable, positive, life-enhancing way because you designed it that way. So this is not about being victim to the circumstances. This is definitely not about being reactive to what's going on in the world around you. I mean, a lot of you on this class, I know you, and you're proactive. You're out there. You're still doing it. You're still crushing it. You're still out there making business happen. And if you can't make business happen the way you were making it before, you're doing it in a new or a better way, or you're discovering, you're keeping your name out there so that when the world reopens, who are they going to remember? The people that stayed in the game while everybody was on vacation from life, okay? And not the kind of vacation we're going on tonight. Tonight, you're going to go on a vacation to create a wonderful, positive experience that you can move forward in life, not that you're stuck or you're forced to take time off. No, this is you choosing to take time for yourself. And I commend you for being here to take this time for yourself. There's a lot of people who signed up that aren't here right now. There's a lot of people that are counting on the replay. And I'm even considering not even giving out the replay for this week because you showed up. Right? You can't go on a vacation if you don't show up. That's the first part of it. So I'm going to stop talking for a little bit. I'm going to open up the microphones. I'm going to unmute everybody. So, yeah, so chime in, hopefully one at a time. And if you're not talking, you can self-mute if there's noise in the background. If not, you can keep your mic open. But let's go around. We got a couple of people here, and let's see what do you want? What's your dream vacation? Give me some ideas. We'll take some content to work with. But I'm going to guide you through kind of a generic experience so that you can all have your own personalized version of this group experience.
Edward Jarvis.
Hey, Ed. So what's your dream vacation, Ed?
Tahiti. Bora
Tahiti.
Bora.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay, but you've seen pictures. You can imagine it, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what's the biggest value to you of going to Tahiti or Bora Bora? What's the biggest takeaway that you would hope to get?
It just always amazed me, like the rooms like over the water, they're kind of like, those little docks. And although I've seen they have them in Jamaica now for like sandals and other places, so it wouldn't be so far, but it always looked amazing. Like I had a friend that went there and always was like awesome. I mean, I've been to a lot of places. I was supposed to go this summer to Barcelona, Italy, France, and Spain, and some other places, but that did not work out with all the stuff going on.
Right. Okay, cool. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to share in that one, but we can keep adding to it. And then the cool thing is everybody's going to get a little taste of everybody's. How's that sound?
That works.
We get 30 wonderful flavors, and you don't have to pick one. You can pick them all.
I'm in. I like
Plus.
it. I like ice cream.
Who else would like to share a dream vacation destination? Esther, I can barely hear you.
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Okay. Cool. So what's your dream vacation, Esther?
Well, we had spoken about it. Italy.
Italy
Is my dream place. I've never been to Europe, so I would love to start with Italy. I'm a big fan of Italian food. Besides my native sort of food, it's my second favorite food in the world.
Right.
So I think I would have a blast just eating all my favorite foods, and just experiencing the culture, the architecture, and from the pictures I've seen, it just seems like a very, very beautiful city.
There's a lot of beautiful cities there.
Yeah.
I've been twice.
Oh.
Cool. Okay, so who else would like to share? Thank you, Esther.
Sure.
Hi, Mark. Can you hear me?
Hi. I can barely hear you. I'm not sure. Who's there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I had to take you off my speaker.
Okay.
Bali.
Okay, Bali?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we spoke about that one. Yeah, that's cool. I want to go too. I want to go to Bali, Tahiti, Bora Bora, and Italy. I'm going on all of them with you guys. That sounds cool. Okay. So what about Bali? What appeals to you about Bali?
Just the spiritual aspect, the culture. I just heard it's just a very relaxing place and self-discovery type of trip.
Okay. Cool. And it's not just because it rhymes with your first name, right? Julie Bali? Never mind.
Yeah. I don't get that one.
Okay. Okay. So enough with the humor. Who else has a wonderful vacation destination that they wish they could go to right now? Anyone? I see Lisa. If you can hear me and you'd like to share, you're unmuted. You're welcome to let us know where you'd like to go on a dream vacation, or if you don't want to be on the spot, you don't have to. Yannick?
Yeah, I'm one of those people that wants to travel everywhere. Like, that's my one regret. I didn't live in another country. So I would do a week in South Africa, a week in Italy, and then if I get 3 weeks, I do a week in Cuba. I just like to be exposed to different cultures, and I love it. I did go to one part of Africa and Europe once, but I want more. And I would like to sit on the beaches in Cuba, because beaches for me, it's just like, that's just the best.
Okay.
And, you know, I wish I had more than 3 weeks.
You can go longer. You can go long. I didn't limit it to 3 weeks. You can go for a month. You can go for 3 months if you want.
Okay, I'm doing 2 weeks in South Africa, 2 weeks in Europe, a week in the Caribbean in the wintertime. I like to go to the Caribbean, but I like to do Cuba. I like the culture. I just like the you know, then if I have more time, I'll do a week in Thailand too, because I hear it's very, you know, inexpensive there. It's fun. I like the food. I like the clothing. Just the just exposure to different cultures to me is the best.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad I have more than 3 weeks. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was feeling
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I put a limit on that. No, I just spoke about the one woman who did 3 weeks, but
thanks. You just,
yeah. So, but I didn't limit it to 3 weeks. Okay. So no limits. Okay. There's no limit. You can go as long as you want, wherever you want. And the whole rest of your life can be a vacation. I feel like I lived that already. So, you know, when you're in control of your time, you can be where you want, when you want, how you want it. And that to me is the biggest gift, is the gift of autonomy, is the best vacation that you can set up for yourself, so that every day, no matter where you are in the world, you get that feeling. And that's what you're going to be able to take with you tonight after this experience. You can bring it into any part of your life, the wonderful experience of having had the wonderful vacation experience. So who else would like to share? Frank, if you'd like to share, you can unmute yourself, or if you know, if everybody likes all the destinations we've gotten so far, we can go with those. And I'm going to leave it open that you can add in more and just, you know, experience it in a way that's best for you. Some people like to go to places to relax. Some people like to go to places and be more active. And I'm going to do my best to be all inclusive, okay, in all aspects of not just where you go and what you do when you're there, but how you experience it and what feelings you get as a result of that, so that you can take it with you in a way that you can experience it on an ongoing basis, the wonderful feeling, right? So I'm going to give you one last chance if anybody wants to add to this, but so far we have Tahiti, we have Bora Bora, we have Italy, we have Bali, we have South Africa, we have Italy again, we have Cuba, we have the Caribbean, and beaches, and Thailand. So we've got lots of really, really cool destinations all around the world. And, you know, you can add in whatever destination comes to your mind, or you could just have a generic vacation. For some people, it could just be a day off, staying at home and being in a, you know, being in your garden or whatever it is that you love to do. I know people that sometimes for them is better than going halfway around the world. And, you know, if you want to meditate, if you want to be with nature, I mean, I've discovered some of the most amazing places right here on Long Island where I live, and I could just hike through the woods and feel like I'm anywhere I want in the woods. It's a magical experience for me. And I do like to travel to places where the water is clean and clear. Aruba, Jamaica, the Caribbean. I've been to South Africa a couple of times. So, you know, lots of cool places. So I'm going to, no one's jumping on the opportunity. I'm going to mute everybody. I'm going to guide you through a little bit of a process to prepare for your vacation, kind of pack your bags, so to say, get ready. You've all got tickets to your dream vacation as of right now, and you can start to get excited. You know that pre-vacation feeling of anticipation of exactly what it's going to be like? You know, you don't quite know, but you have some ideas, and you just start thinking like, okay, well, I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but I know what it's not going to be like. It's not going to be like my everyday working schedule. It's not going to be like my normal stay-at-home day, or my normal go-to-work day, or my normal quarantine day, whatever your days are like these days. But what you're preparing to do is to be able to go away on your dream vacation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the sound from my computer, which is going to play some music in the background, and I will record this. Okay, and I see a couple of people made some comments in the chat. If you spontaneously think of any destination, you can type it into the chat. I just saw someone's mic is not working, so feel free to type that into the chat. I do have it open. I'm not going to get distracted by reading through it the whole time, but I will see, I'll look for a couple of destinations while we're in the deep of the vacation trance. So, you know, be forewarned, I am a hypnotherapist, and hypnosis will happen during this session, as well as meditation. And I find a lot of times with meditation, you know, a lot of people tell me they want to learn meditation. And, you know, my friend who's guided me through meditation for 3 years so far puts it best. He calls it a practice. So really what we're doing is we're practicing the best way for you to get into a state of mind that could be labeled as meditation. It could be labeled as trance. It could be labeled as hypnosis. It could just be labeled as visualization. You know, whatever you want to call it, that's fine. And it could be a different experience each time. So my goal for you, you know, along the lines of my 3 steps of relax, envision, succeed, is that you achieve at least the first part, that you get relaxed, right? If you can relax and you can clear some of that chatter in your mind and kind of get away from the distractions of day-to-day living, then all the better, right? So, and then you'll be able to take that experience with you ongoing into the future as a resource that you can use resourcefully anytime you want or you need. So let me, okay, I'm going to share my computer sound. Okay, I shared a whiteboard, but I'm not really going to be writing anything on it. And everybody should hear the music playing in the background. Hopefully my voice is loud enough over the background that you can hear it. If anyone is not able to hear my voice, they can put it out on the chat, which I'm not sure what happened to the chat window. Okay, so we're just going to go with it. So as we begin, prepare for a wonderful journey. A journey that might be to somewhere you've been before, in your mind's eye, preparing now for this wonderful journey in a way that you can really start to feel as if you're getting ready to go on a vacation. So just notice how that would be in your body, in your mind, within your awareness, or maybe even outside of your conscious awareness, so that you can start to experience a deeper connection to that part of yourself that realizes not just who you are and how you act in the world on a regular basis, but who are you when you're on vacation? Who are you when you're outside of the normal aspect of your daily living? Who are you when you start to relax and allow yourself to go even deeper into an experience of living life more full on, because you're allowing yourself to experience it just this way? So whether you notice certain parts of your body beginning to be more relaxed than others, even if you don't notice where that relaxation starts first, or where it goes to next, in your body, in your mind, taking a moment now as you breathe deeply and exhale slowly. You become more aware of your breath, the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of the music, the rhythm of your thoughts and feelings, and the sound of my voice guiding you in such a way that you're beginning your journey. You've gotten past security, and you can feel secure in the realization of arriving at your many destinations along the way to your experience of the most wonderful vacation feeling inside of this journey to explore. Possibly one, possibly two, possibly three or more destinations. As many as you want to feel good about your journey, into realizing what you know and what you experience and how you feel can relate back to your dreams within this world. There's many experiences you've had so far, and as a result you've had many feelings come up in your body. You've seen different things. You've heard about a lot of different aspects. And there's things that you've said to yourself. And you can experience all of those coming together in a way to shape your experience now. To move forward. To let go of limitations of the past. Yeah, you might have thought, I'll never be able to travel, or I'll never be able to have more than a 1-week vacation, or I'll never be able to have a 2-week vacation, or think I'm only limited to 3 weeks max. No, the possibilities are unlimited. You can unleash the possibilities now. Remove the restrictions from yourself and be free. Free your mind. Free your mind to take a moment and explore. Explore possibilities. What you want. Because all you have to do right now is want it to happen. And then you can experience the happening of it. As if, a lot of people ask the question, what if? What if this happens? What if that happens? I like to look at it, pretend as if you're on your way to a dream vacation. Pretend as if you can stay on this vacation as long as you want. Pretend as if you'll have all the experiences better than you could have even imagined. Pretend as if you're with the people you love, or you're by yourself, or you meet new people on the way, or you experience different cultures, beautiful places, the things you'll see, how you'll feel. Whether you love traveling, or whether you just love being at different destinations, whether you love being at home, whether you love being on vacation, whether you love having your days planned out for you, or whether you love the autonomy of being in control of your time and your mind. It's your choice, right here, now, listening to the sound of my voice that's guiding you into a deeper and deeper relaxing experience who you are on your dream vacation and wherever it is that you want to go, you're going. Realizing the shift in your environment, who you're around, what's going on around you, maybe who you're with. Maybe the experience of what you're doing. Maybe it's about what you're going to do when you're there, or what you're not going to do when you're there. Maybe it's about finding out what's possible. You might not even realize it was possible to take longer than 3 weeks for this journey and still be home in your mind with the wonderful experience and that realization that home is where your heart is, and you take it with you wherever you travel in the world to experience new and different experiences that help to enrich who you are. So no matter where you go, in your body, in your mind, you can have this feeling that something's right inside of you. And throughout all of your life, you've been waiting. You've been waiting. To realize the time is now. The place is here. whatever you want. So whether you imagine yourself going to a beautiful tropical place like Tahiti or Bora, you know, those places where the rooms are over the water and it just looks amazing. Or whether you go to Italy and experience the food and the culture, the architecture, or whether you go to Bali and have a spiritual experience of the culture. Just go to that relaxing place of self-discovery. Discover yourself for yourself. To travel anywhere, to travel everywhere. You might spend a couple of weeks in South Africa, a couple of weeks in Italy, a couple of weeks in Cuba, a couple of weeks in the Caribbean, a couple of weeks in Thailand, a couple of weeks every place that you'd love to go, to experience the different cultures, to sit on the various beaches, to look at the art and the cities and the architecture and the cultures and the food and the clothes, and just realize who you're with and what's going on around you pales by comparison to what's going on within you, and throughout you're experiencing all the joy and pleasures of this wonderful experience within yourself and throughout all aspects of your life, to realize exactly how you can create feelings within you, experiences of places that you've never been. But sometimes the imagination is more powerful. Like if I was to ask you to imagine someplace you've been, you could probably begin describing it. Or sometimes people describe where they are. Sometimes people think they can see more with their eyes open than with their eyes closed. And I challenge you to realize that now, even if your eyes are already closed, to play with how many wonderful things you can see. You can see the faces of the people you love. You can see all the wonderful sights on this dream vacation. You can see the culture, the artwork, the architecture. The scenery around you. And you can do that for each and every one of those places. So if you opened your eyes, you'd see a finite amount of things. But as you keep your eyes closed, the possibilities are infinite. The experiences for you are infinite. The experiences can be even more rewarding sometimes than even the actual vacation itself would limit what your experience of this virtual reality creates for you throughout meditation. And within your own unique experiencing, whether you're visualizing it or you're just feeling it, or just relaxing into it without much thought about anything. Thoughts seem to move slowly. Ideas seem to drift in and out. And yet you can still hear the sound of my voice and the sound of the music as you're experiencing the present, the gift of your ideal dream vacation. So as you imagine one of your destinations, take a moment and imagine looking around. What are some of the things you're seeing? Colors, the shapes, the textures, the beauty. What are some words you would use to describe it in your own mind? What sounds are you hearing? Maybe you're hearing people talking, maybe you're hearing music, maybe you're hearing the sound of the water, or maybe the air through the mountain trees. Maybe the different accents of the languages, the cultures. Just notice what it is that you're hearing to enhance this experience. Notice if you were to make it a little bit louder or a little bit softer. Does it make it better or worse or the same? If you were to take the image and make it panoramic, wrapped around you in 3D as if you're seeing it through your own eyes right here and now, in the moment, at your dream destination. Notice what feeling you have in your body and where you feel it in your body. And is it a warm feeling or a cool feeling? Does it vibrate or move or tingle? Or what makes it a better feeling or experience for you? Adjust this in any way you can. Kind of like if you were to take a moment and imagine those old-fashioned TVs that had the dial that could adjust the tint and the amount of color and the amount of contrast on the screen. Would you make it more colorful? Would you make it a higher contrast? Would you make the sound crisper and clearer? Would you have it fade off into the background? Would you add in music? What would give you a deeper and deeper experience? Make it more of an enjoyable feeling within you. Imagine the smells of the freshness of the air, the smells of the fragrance of the food, the flowers, the culture, the different perfumes, the smell of the streets and the different buildings. Some might be good smells, some might just be very pointed smells, like the smell of an old book inside an old building, because it is an old book and it is an old building. Or the smell of beautiful flowers, or the smell of the ocean breeze, or that wonderful Caribbean freshness. Or if you're in a culture like South Africa, where everybody walking around in the malls is singing in the background. It's like everybody walks with a song on their breath. Or different cultures where people are speaking faster or slower. Just notice what it is that allows you to associate more into the experience that you're having. right here, right now. It's all there is in your mind, in your body, in your experience that you're creating for yourself to enjoy and to explore and to expand. So notice what a vacation is for you now that you've experienced many various types. Is it about time off from day-to-day living? Or is it about time on for yourself? Is it about who you're with? Is it about where you go? Is it about experiencing something that's pretty similar to other experiences you've had? Or is it about something that's totally new, totally different? Is it about challenging your level of comfort? Or is it about enhancing your level of comfort? Is it about going with people that always create a fun experience and they kind of pull you along with them and kind of pull you and push you into new experiences, to taste new foods, to go new places, to have new experiences, to do things you might not have done before? You know, that old expression, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, is because most people feel this sense of freedom when they're in Vegas to do whatever they want, because it's a life of fantasy. But here, in this experience, it's your life of fantasy, that you can be who you want to be within this experience. You can be with whom you want, or maybe by yourself. You can meet people, or you can just keep to yourself. You can learn the language. You can learn the culture. You can tell people straight out, I'm not from these parts, but I love this. You can experience it as a tourist, or you can meet up with someone who takes you into the back parts of the country and you experience it as a native. Or any combination that's best for your experiencing this in a way that works for you, that you can imagine. Any experience in the outside world begins inside of you. It begins with a thought, with a feeling, with an idea, a clue, a picture, a sound, and it begins to expand within you. This is a great resource for you, isn't it? To hold on to. And if you were to store this somewhere in your body, just imagine the first place that comes to mind where you would store this wonderful feeling. You don't have to move, but just imagine yourself touching that place in your body. Be some part on the surface of your body, or it could be somewhere deep within. It could be in your center, in your core, the essence of who you are. You can associate this additionally to some word. It might be the name of the country. It might be a word that relates to you with relaxing. It might be a word that relates to you about your ideal dream vacation. might be just some silly expression that you have that bring you back to this wonderful feeling of being on your dream vacation. Imagine a taste that goes with this, or a type of taste. Is it sweet? Is it like something that adds a little spice to your life? Is it something that's kind of like bittersweet? Or maybe even sour or tart or salty or fresh? Right? Notice the smells that go along with it, the aroma, the fragrance of it that you associate with this wonderful feeling. You can begin to smell it now. And maybe even just have a word for what that smell is to lock it in, even if you're not actually smelling it now. You can have a word for what that smell is that relates to that place, that relates to the feeling in your body and in your mind during this exploration. Just notice the chatter and what you're saying to yourself about this experience. Notice how your body feels. Say something to yourself that relates to this dream vacation. Maybe you want to tell yourself how wonderful you are to have this amazing experience, how blessed you are, how privileged you are. Something positive about yourself that allows you to lock in this experience in the best way possible for you to experience it in a way that allows you to become an even better and better version of who you truly are, experiencing your life and everything about you in a way that becomes more and more full on of an experience, in a way that people around you, people within your circle of excellence, start to reach out to you and to ask you what it is that you're doing, that you've gained an amazing superpower, that in the midst of everything going on in the world, you remain calm, you remain focused, you remain relaxed, you're motivated, enthusiastic, excited, peaceful, confident, certain, as the creator of your world, as the creator of the circumstances of your life, as the creator of your own experiences, as the creator of your own calendar, events that you participate within and throughout your life. You've had many wonderful experiences. Now you can apply these good feelings within you throughout all aspects of your living in the world in a way that people begin to notice you have something special inside, expressed on the outside, that who you are and how you act are more authentic than ever before. The way that you choose to spend your time and the way that you spend your time with full autonomy are linked as one and the same. So that whenever you want to go on vacation, even if the whole world is on lockdown, you know how to do it. You can go anywhere you want, anytime you want, any way you want, and you can make it the experience that you want. Aren't you glad that you can do this now? And any time in the future, bring yourself back to this wonderful feeling in your body and in your mind, simply for the experience of how you do it. You might not be consciously sure of even how you've done it, but your other than conscious mind is fully aware. Now, aren't you? Deep within this experience is your gift to yourself. It may have felt like it was hidden, but now you can't hide from it. It may come out as a smile on your face. It may come out as just a spontaneous giggle for no reason. It may come out as giving a hug to someone you love, or calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Sharing your appreciation for the people in your life. Sharing your appreciation for your environment. Sharing your appreciation for the problems that have presented themselves to you as an opportunity to grow. To be grateful for everything and everyone and every experience in your life. Because there's a lot to be grateful for. Instant replay of the best possible future you can create for yourself. So in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I reach 5, you can open your eyes, fully awake, fully alert, and fully aware of just how good it feels to have completed your ideal dream vacation. But realizing it's not over yet. Because unlike a regular vacation, you've locked in the feelings, the sights, the sounds, the cultures, the experiences of this. Within your neurology, it's locked in a way that even though you might have been paying attention on some conscious level to parts of this and some other than conscious level during other parts of this, and in combination, working together, your conscious mind and your other than conscious imagination, your conscious will and your other than conscious imagination working together as one. 2, help you to realize and extract any benefits that you had gotten from the stresses of everyday living and applying those stresses in contrast to the wonderful ability you have to relax deep within and throughout all aspects of your life in a way that you can start to think now of 3 areas of your life that you want to apply these new and wonderful resourceful feelings that you have. 3 areas in your life that you used to stress about that now will be obliterated by by the wonderful feeling of calmness and peace and relaxation and good vibes and good feelings within you, and the experiences of the cultures and the places you've been, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes of this wonderful dream vacation, how nothing in life could stress you out to unwind that you can overcome and become even more of who you truly are, experiencing these three and wonderful resources. And you can start experiencing it not just 1 or 2 or 3 seconds, but you can start experiencing it over the course of the next 3 minutes, over the next 3 days, over the next 3 weeks. You'll just notice how you just have a smile on your face more often, on how you're just feeling good and calm, on how you're more optimistic about how you're creating a future worth living into, right? And this is not just for yourself, but it's for all the people that you come in contact with. It's for all the people that you love. It's for all the people that are part of your world. It's for all the experiences that you have living your life full on, whether you be at work, whether you be at home, whether you be playing, whether you be on actual vacation, or whether you be in the drudges or the trenches of working on the deepest project you've ever had, on something you don't like to do or something you do like to do, but you can bring back this feeling, you can offset any of the negativity, and you can just start to feel that wonderful feeling bubbling up inside of you, and apply this. Imagine all the areas in your life right now where you want to apply this good feeling so that nothing can diminish this wonderful feeling within you. There's nothing that can happen in the world around you that would take away from this feeling. And I wish you only the best of good experiences, but even if something less than the best happened to you, you would be able to take it as a resource in your life and learn and grow from the experience, to take the problem as an opportunity for you to experience a new and different culture within your own living experience now. So when you're ready to start experiencing the world in just this way, with not just 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4 of your senses awakening to this reality now, when you're ready to feel it in every cell in your body, to hear the difference in the sound of your own inner voice and what people are saying to you, to get a taste of how deliciously wonderful your home culture is and cultures around the world, to smell the wonderful fragrances of living itself, and to wake up and open your eyes with all 5 of your senses fully awake, fully alert, and fully aware of just how great it feels to experience your life in a way that truly is best for you now. Aren't you? So, for anyone who's not fully back yet, that's okay. Take all the time you need in the next minute of clock time to come back to here, now, listening to the sound of my voice. And I'd like to open it up for people to share in a way that you can give me feedback on your experience. I see a couple of people said the music was a bit louder than my voice. I apologize for that.
I like the music.
Okay, cool. So anyone else want to, I unmuted
The
everybody.
music reminds me when I went to Hawaii, by the way.
Okay, cool. So what was your experience? I'm sorry?
I said thank you for the music. It was really nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mark,
Yes.
I put this on speaker, so it's kind of like a really cool, like trancy, so I don't really hear the music, but it just sounds like it echoes your voice. It's really cool. I highly recommend anybody putting a Bluetooth speaker on when you next time.
Okay. Yeah, so it's you know, a lot of what I'm doing is a mixture of the words that I'm using and the direction that I'm guiding you into, but it's also a lot of it is in the shift in tonality of my voice and in the tempo and the rate of speaking. So, you know, a lot of I don't want to demystify it too much, but if anyone's interested in learning how to do hypnosis, I am going to be teaching a class. So this is kind of a shameless self-promotion for a minute while we're waiting for everybody to come back. And, you know, the cool thing is, and I love every time I teach a class in hypnosis that people think that it's going to take months or years before they can actually ever hypnotize someone. And within the first couple of hours of the class, people are hypnotizing each other and they're just amazed that they can do it. So I love seeing that aha moment of like, oh my God, this is like almost too easy. Like, how did I not know how to do this before? You know, and it's like, so, you know, I'm actually scheduled on May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, I believe, to do an online class that's going to be a master hypnosis class. But before then, maybe the week before, I have to check the dates on it. But I'll pick 3 days the week before, and I'm going to offer a class in beginner hypnosis. And then that'll give people the opportunity, if they do the beginner and they want to do the advanced, that they can do them one right after the other and get themselves up to speed. And, you know, some people learn it just because it's like a cool thing to learn or to learn about. Some people learn it because they want to get certified as a hypnotherapist and actually go out and help people and be able to charge for your services. And you can charge well for your services. When I started many years ago, I was, you know, charging a lot less than I charge now. But for some people, that's probably about, I can't use exact numbers because this is going to be recorded, but you know, now I charge, I'm not going to go there. Okay, the people who know how much I charge know how much I charge, but you can make a nice income, better than most day jobs doing hypnosis, and you can do it as a side gig, and most people pay back the cost of the class within weeks, not years, like most college degrees. So I'm going to offer it. Anyone who's interested, let me know, and I will, you know, I normally charge for my full certification is $1,800. When we've discounted it online, we offered it at half that at $900, which is still a good price to be able to learn a skill, to get certified in something that you can go out and start charging. Probably make that back in 2 stop smoking sessions. Let's put it at that. Or 3 or 4 if you really want to go lowball on the price. So, you know, how long would that take to do? But what I'm offering now, this is going to be a 3-day intensive, but give you everything that you need to go out and start hypnotizing people either for fun or for profit, whatever you want. And it's going to be online for $270 for three 3-hour classes. And then the master class will be the same rate of $270 for the 3 classes. And I may or may not offer a discount if people sign up for both. It's already discounted pretty heavily. So, and I want you to get value from it. So as the New York Institute of Hypnosis, you will be professionally certified at the end of that to go out and guide people through what I just guided you through, at the very least, to help them relax and get rid of stress in their life. You'll be able to work with people on issues like managing their weight. You'll be able to work with people to help them stop bad habits or behaviors like smoking. or nail biting. You'll be able to work with people, not necessarily after at the beginner class, you'll be able to work with people on minor issues, not deep psychological problems. I mean, you wouldn't work with those even after the master class anyhow, but after the master class, you'll be able to be a little bit more skilled in tools and techniques where you might not come straight out and tell people that you're doing hypnosis. So a lot of people use that more for sales and to be a little bit more covert in their influence skills, to learn how language works, to influence not just the conscious mind, but the other unconscious mind. So these are a couple of things in the works. I'm happy that we're getting people showing up to this. And originally I intended to do it for the complete month of April. And this is pretty much the end of April. And I'm happy to say that I'm going to continue this into May. And it will continue to be free as long as people are getting value from it. And what I request is that if you even remotely enjoyed this tonight, come back for more. We try and keep it a little bit fresh and a little bit different twist and turn to it. So it's not the same thing every week. It's got similar structure to it, but it's really about what you want. So if there's something that you want me to add, something you want me to take out, something that's on your wish list of, oh, I've never experienced this kind of trance, text me, email me, however, there's multiple ways for you to get in touch with me. You can email me the email invite that you got for this, or if you didn't get an invite, you were brought in by someone else, is succeed, SUCCEED, at NYIH.org. So New York Institute Hypnosis.org, succeed at NYIH.org. And, we'll shape the class based upon everybody's feedback. So come back next week, bring more people with you. And I'm opening it up now. Anyone who wants to share something that they benefited from this, something that they liked about it, or something I need to know, questions, concerns, things you didn't like about it, I can handle it. Just unmute yourself and feel free to share.
Vacation was just a great theme, because I know for me, when I go away, I just feel so free. So it's just a nice theme in general, and especially now with this team. So I really enjoyed it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it just kind of came to me. I've done this privately, and like I said, I used to offer it more as a corporate taster teaser kind of thing. I would do it for $180 and do a custom one just for an individual person. Nowadays, I've charged probably twice that for custom hypnosis audios, but you can listen to it on an ongoing basis. I've been employed by people that are trying to make enough money to pay their mortgage, and I've been employed by people that are landlords of half a country. And everyone in between. So it's everybody needs to make some sort of shift in their mindset, no matter what level they're at. I had one guy, a multimillionaire, come to me years ago, and he asked me if I would hypnotize him every day for a month. And he literally came to me Monday to Friday. I didn't work on weekends back then, but Monday to Friday, 5 days a week, he had a set appointment at a set time. He came in every day, and he worked me. He he wanted a recording of it. And then he went home that night and he transcribed word for word what I said to him during the recording. And he played it out and he made notes, and he came back to me the next day with what else he wanted to add to it, what he didn't want to do, and the new habits that he wanted in his life, and the things. And, you know, he had sold off one of his pieces of property, but he was looking to start a new franchise with the money that he had. And he really, in the past, he had kind of sabotaged himself. You know, even though he's a multimillionaire, he wanted to grow that money instead of like living off of it. So, you know, it wasn't enough that he made a certain amount of money. He wanted to keep going with it. So, you know, for him, it was more than just the money. It was about the mindset, and it was about, you know, building something worthwhile and creating a business that he could then leverage to be able to sell or will to his children, and leave a legacy behind, you know, while living a great lifestyle and being able to take some of the vacations that we spoke about here tonight in reality. So anyone else want to share?
I thought it was good. I mean, I was distracted a little bit in between, but I was, I probably would have been totally out if I would have been totally in the zone, I guess.
Okay. Well, for some of these trances, what I'm doing is I'm extracting out just the trance part and saving it as an MP3 audio file. And the people that keep showing up, you'll see, if you check your email all the way down to the bottom, a lot of them offer a gift, and some of those gifts are the recordings from previous meditations. So if there was one that you liked, that you really want a recording of, you know, email me back, let me know, hey, remember that one a couple of weeks ago where we did resiliency? I really want that recording. Or the one a couple of weeks before that where we did stay healthy, stay calm, I want that recording. Or the one where it was about being here, being now, staying present, you know. So whichever one it is you like, and I'm going to create a library of these that, you know, we can offer to people. So, but you're getting it here now, live, full on experiencing it, customized to you and the experience that you're telling me you want. So we got about 5 minutes left. We can end early if no one has any additional comments, or we can take it out the rest of the 5 minutes and allow some other people to share your experiences, good, bad, wonderful.
Hey, Mark, it's Esther.
Hey,
Can you
Esther.
hear me?
Yeah.
I just wanted to give my feedback and thank you for putting this together these past 4 weeks. I can't believe it's been 4 weeks. It's been enlightening to just understand more about what meditation is about, and have an appreciation for it. It was something that I wanted to look into, so this has been a great start for me. So I wanted to thank you for making yourself available and for offering us that ability to sort of disconnect in the midst of everything that's going on. So thank you.
Cool. I appreciate that. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for you all to have this experience, to disconnect from the craziness in the world around you, but also to connect to a deeper part of yourself that you can carry beyond, you know, this is not just for the times of pandemic or quarantine or lockdown. These are life skills that are useful in all aspects of living, you know. So I hope you take it with you and, you know, share with others and be the teacher, be the one who spreads good news. You know, I've spoken with several of you about, you know, how things are going well and how you're creating that for yourself. And we almost feel like guilty, like, why are things going so great for me and the rest of the world is, well, it's because you can appreciate what you have and be grateful for it, or you can complain, right? So, I was in a group last night on law of attraction, and they were talking about, the person who complains that every time they go to a restaurant, they screw up their meal. And sure enough, they go to a restaurant, they did it again. So it's like, but it's that expectation, right? So what do you expect? What are you expecting from life? So if you got anything from tonight, please expect more wonderful things in your life. Expect it. Expect it. What would it take for you to expect tomorrow to be the best day of your life, and then the day after that to be the best day of your life, and it just keeps getting better and better, right? What would it take for you to look at the world in a way that every day and every way, all aspects of you living in this world are getting better and better, so that you start to realize you're doing exactly what you want to do, exactly how you want to do it, exactly where you want to do it, with who you want to do it with, okay? And you start to shine. Okay, that's my goal for each and every one of you, is to shine. And the people who know me know my definition of shine. Okay, it's when you're authentic and congruent with the best version of yourself. So who you are on the inside, and that favorite part of yourself is how you're expressing yourself on the outside, and how other people see you, to the point where people look at you and say, I can't imagine you being anywhere else in the world right now. I can't imagine you doing anything else in your life right now other than what you're doing right here, right now. You are shining. That's your gift that, in my opinion, each and every one of us owe that to the world around us. Okay. He was on the call for a brief moment, but jumped off. But I went to this amazing acupuncturist today, and I walk in, and he goes, I'm like, how you doing? He goes, I'm doing fantastic, and there's no one that can convince me otherwise. And I was just like lying face down on this table with this guy about to stick needles in me to make my back feel better, thank God. But it's just, I love that attitude, okay? And it's just like, what if everyone that you came in contact with during your day had that kind of, what if you were that person? What if you had the attitude that you'd love to see in other people, right? I had a friend, and we met probably 30 years ago, and I walked into his store, and he says, how's it going? And I said, it's going fantastic. And he's like, fantastic? Like, no one says fantastic. What's going on in your life that's fantastic? And it started this conversation that led to us being friends for the last 30 years or more. And really, what was going on fantastic in my life? I had a friend who was 29 years old and retired because he built a business with a residual income that he could retire on. And to me, that was worth celebrating. Okay? Because how many people in life do that? And that was his goal, and he reached it. And I was happy to be a part of his business and helping out and training people. And it was just exciting times. So, it was fantastic. It still is fantastic that someone could do that. I admire that. I had planned to be retired by the time I was 30. I'm still working on it, but give me a couple of years. We'll see what happens. I never want to retire. I love what I do. I feel like every day I live life retired, and this is what I want for you, to live your life so full on that you enjoy every moment of every day, because you're living it the way that you want to by choice. So come back next week, next Thursday, 7:00 Eastern Daylight Time. We're going to continue this for the month of May. Make sure you come back. Make sure you bring friends. One email usually goes out somewhere around the Monday or ish. Sometime by Sunday or Monday morning, you'll get a replay of this and maybe a gift. And if you don't get a gift, reach out to me. Say, where's my gift? You told us we might get a gift. So it'll push me a little bit, and it'll show me that you're interacting with the email as well. But more importantly, bring people. Okay, we've got plenty. We could fit a lot more people in here, about 9 or maybe 10 times the amount of people that we have now. And that's my goal, is to grow it so that I can help more people. And I need your help to help more people. So please, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. There's a million
Thanks,
things you
Mark.
could have done tonight, and I'm just so grateful that you were here and that you have a good experience of this and that you share it with others and pay it forward. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, Mark.
Cheers.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.